What is going on? What is going on, man? You already know who this is. I'm your boy in the place to be. Been clowning sucker free since 2003. It means you can't finesse me. Shout out to Nuke. Shout out to the homegirl, Roxanne as well. Shout out to Nuke. Nuke brought me some customers. She's supporting the sea miles. I'm trying to do a little something. Well, shout out to everybody out there. God damn, I'm thirsty in the motherfucker. Hold on, y'all. Man, I had to grab my water. Shout out to everybody out there at the Core Plantation. If you're doing what you need to do to survive, man, I got nothing but love for you. But we got to talk about something today. I seen something on Twitter. Somebody kept retweeting it, so I kept retweeting it about the house bitches or whatever the fuck these women's names are. I just know they act a goddamn fool on TV. But I first saw it on Twitter, which made me want to watch it because I wanted to see the context of it, which really there is no good context of it because I don't care. I want to hear that shit. So, man, we gonna get into it, man. Shout out to Shawnee, Erica, Tasha, David from No Compromise. I can't wait tomorrow, man. We got our spaces tomorrow with our sister Lioness Crown, so I can't wait. So I'm just getting this in right now. You know what I'm saying? But man, what I saw, and we gonna get into it. But like again, I say, shout out to everybody out there supporting black businesses and trying to have your own little business. You know, me and the homegirl Nuke, we had a very great conversation. You know, we gonna end up getting Nuke back on the podcast, but she's super busy. I was able to really have an in-depth conversation with her, and she's busy. She's a little bit too busy for this damn podcast. She got way too much other stuff going on that she's accomplishing. And I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but she's got some stuff that she's doing, and I'm really proud of her. And that's what we gonna have to do, man. We gonna have to really follow in the path of people that's handling business. Don't try to be like them, but try to take some of their attributes and some of their mentalities and their focus and use it for you. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody out there that is trying to have their own lane. Robert Frost, 2 roads diverge in the yellow woods, but I took the one less traveled. Take the one less traveled means don't be lazy. Get off your black stinking ass and go do something. Don't be sitting around the house all day with your thumb up your ass, taking it out and smelling it, and you ain't got shit to go, you ain't got shit to do, ain't not nothing to talk about, but then you want to call a nigga up talking about, all right, man, what you got going on? And if you know everybody's business, but you don't talk about your business, no, sorry. You know, we're going to talk about a couple of things, man. Hey. Man, it just really shocked me on Twitter, man, when I watched this. And this is the problem with immigration and all this other stuff that we're going to get into. You know. The reason why we're going to talk about it today, title is I'm African, I'm smart. It's so funny. Everything that our thought leaders, Professor Black Truth, the Black Authority, Tariq Nasheed, Professor Griff, a lot of our thought leaders, they saying the same thing. It's so funny how they come over here and immediately they go to I'm Nigerian, I'm Ghanaian, we smart. We either a doctor or a lawyer. We're gonna get into that today. Let's get it. Man. It was so funny. I'm going to try to play a little bit because, like I said, you know, I try to do 15-minute clips. I'm trying to look for it right now. But, man, there was a clip where this sister was basically going off on this foundational Black American sister. You know, I did a little research. And look, it was hard to find because I thought they was the housewives, but they really the medicine wives or whatever it is. And this sister was just like, basically, she had said something before, like, well, you're not a good lawyer. And then that sister got mad. The African sister got mad. I'm African. What the fuck does that? And all of the foundational Black American sisters, they didn't really say anything. They just was quiet. But my thing was, what does that got to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything that you African? So you got to be African to be a doctor? Here's where my issue lies. Again, shout out to my brother Dave from No Compromise. Then why don't you take your ass back to Africa? You can go back to Ghanaian. You can go back to wherever you came from and build up that country. This country has already been built by foundational Black Americans. So I don't understand all this rhetoric from Tethers and Coons and Sambos about, oh, I'm African. They always lead with, oh, I'm Nigerian or oh, I'm Ghanaian. Okay, well then go back there. See, that's what I would be saying. It's just like when you in, the state of Las Vegas, he's like, oh man, Cali is better. Then what are you doing here? Why don't you go back to California? You know what I mean? And then when you say that, people get offended. Then they start making excuses. Well, I just came here because it's too expensive. Okay, then. If you couldn't handle it in your own state, then don't come here bitching and complaining, or don't come here trying to floss on us about how great your state is. Go back to your state. So I'm going to take that same energy and apply it international. I'm going to apply it worldwide. Go back to your country and help build your homeland. If you want to brag and be braggadocious and floss on foundational Black Americans, see, we built this country and we didn't flee. We stayed and continue to fight the dominant society. Y'all left to come here to have a better life for your family. And then they always give you this excuse about, yeah, because I'm going to, all the money I make, I'm going to take it and go back to, no, you're not. You're going to stay here and try to assimilate yourself and be immersed in African American or foundational Black American history and culture. Now let me see if I can find it. Yeah, those clips look too long. Let me see if I can find it. I just want y'all to hear this. This was. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I can't find it. Here, I'm gonna see if I can try to find it. I'm just saying, man, it really, really, really tripped me out when I was watching. I was like, damn, she really going in like that? I mean, she was just like, I'm African. And us Africans, we smart. We either a doctor or whatever, and that sister was nice, because I would have been like, my question to you is then, why don't you build your homeland? Why do you need to come here and use our resources to build your homeland? Why don't you just build it where you were? Of course, it'll be an excuse. But I'll tell you this, if you start saying that, people will start shedding up and telling you that shit about, oh, well, I'm African, I'm this, I'm that. And it's so funny because everybody's catering to the African community and everyone else but the foundational Black American community. I was even watching The Black Authority, and he was dropping jewels. I ain't even finished. Byron Allen, business-wise, money-wise, he's very, very intelligent. But as far as cultural speaking and about foundational Black Americans, that man ain't about no foundational Black Americans. That man is about himself and about catering to the dominant society so he can keep being a billionaire. He don't give a shit about no niggas. He don't care. And he knows how to talk himself into rooms that, most black folk ain't gonna even have the time or the patience to. It's just a lot of stuff. Let me see. Mary. Hold on. What'd you say? Let me see if I can find that. I don't think I can find it. Hold on. What's that girl's name? What is her name? Her name is Audrey Frempong. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, Audrey Frempong. Let me see. If I can find it. Hold on. this one.
Don't y'all agree that Jackie?
Hold on, let's see.
Her beer. And she don't drink. Why are we always making special privileges for you? It's not special privileges. She's choosing not to. I'm sorry, you're not a good attorney. I would like to see it right now.
That's what the Foundational Black American said. The Foundational Black American Sister, she said that you're not a good attorney. Let's see.
Because we're just having fun. I don't know her as an attorney. We're just having fun.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sammy Sam.
Oh, I don't want to hear no babble.
If for you it means
you can't even understand what you're saying.
Treat.
Oh, you trolling, man.
So she's not gonna drink.
No. You playing games. Nobody wants to hear that. Well, there was a clip and it was on. Let's see. I can't find it, but that's okay. Hold on. Well, I can't find it. But the sister, I'm watching the clip, and the sister just kept, we're African, and we either a doctor, a lawyer, this, and that. And I just was like, what does that have to do with anything? And why do you keep saying that? And then when somebody bring it up, hold on, let's see. And axe to grind. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, no. And I just kept saying, back to the subject, I just kept saying, see, this is the problem. Y'all come over here and y'all give us all your titles and degrees and how you're Ghanaian, you this. My question is always going to be this. Why don't you just go back to your country and build that? Because I know it's not as good as the United States of America, because if it is, you wouldn't be here. So why don't you just go back there? Why would you say that? I'm saying that is because Foundational Black American ancestors built this country for free without payment. We also fought for other immigrants to come here. And you come here and you amalgamate and assimilate with the dominant society, and then you talk shit about black folk. That's what I don't like. That's what I'm not going to tolerate. And I don't want that around me. And I'm tired of everybody giving people passes for shit that doesn't even make sense. And that's what you got to just say. When they're like, oh, well, I'm Nigerian. Why don't you go back there? Like, I don't understand. What are you doing here? If you're doing so well here, I'm pretty sure you could do well there, right? But they don't want to go back there because they know what's awaiting them in those countries in Africa. Everybody, look, Africa's the motherland, but I haven't been there and I plan on going, but stop. It ain't as beautiful as people try to make it seem. Because if it is, why would they come here to live? They would go there and stay there. But you come here because of opportunity. You come here because things are a lot easier for you to make it. And we have to understand what is going on. Stop allowing these people to do that word play with you. And, then they start bigging up where they come from. They quick. See, we all black until it's time to distinct who we are really. And then it's like, oh, I'm Nigerian. Oh, I'm Somalian. Oh, I'm such and such. They don't ever just say, I'm black. So then when black folks say, well, I'm Foundational Black American, oh, you divisive nigga. That bullshit they do. It's all on Twitter. Oh, you're divisive. In Foundational Black American, that's not even a lineage. Then when you're like, I can trace my lineage back to the 1866 census. My Foundational Black American background and history, we built this country. Because if you notice, let's keep it a buck. Most immigrants, they got here in the late 80s. And they can't trace their lineage back probably past the 70s. If you really look at it, you can't really trace their shit past the 60s probably. After that, they probably wasn't even here. And if they were, they're immigrant. That's why a lot of people don't like when you're like, well, trace your lineage back. Well, my grandfather was in his 80s. My great grandmother was in her 90s. No, stop. So, you'll start to see that. Then you'll see their grandmother and their grandfather. So it's like they don't want to bring, because they know it's going to lead back to immigrant status. That's what it is. And we have to understand that, because I don't think we really want to. I think what we want to do, I really think what we want to do is just live in the matrix. And I really think it's time for us to wake up, smell the coffee, smell the liquor, the booze, whatever the hell it is, and understand that, hey, man, we got to be on code. And we have to start drawing the line in the sand. Drawing the line in the sand with these tethers and coons. There's a lot of tethers, a lot of coons. You know what I mean? Look at all these fake ass. Look, the LBGTQ, LMNOP, XYZ, they okay as long as you ain't no nigga. Because I don't see them jumping up and making a big stink for Brittany Griner. They want to put it on niggas. Well, if LeBron James was, no, why? It ain't LeBron James' part. She's a part of your community. Why y'all not standing up and fighting for her? Because they don't care. That's why. It's no value to them. So why would they care about it? But when she come home, they going to be celebrating her. See, I started to listen to that. Every time you turn on, they got somebody playing a foundational Black American role. No diss to that brother from Snowfall. But dude, you from England. You don't know shit about LA. You don't know nothing. And John Singleton, RIP, but you on some bull. He was on some bullshit for that. You should have found a foundational Black American who was from LA, who knew the lingo, who knew the spots, and then you can hear him. Because when he talk, when you watch Snowfall, when he talk, he's country. Nigga, we do not talk like that. I know where your mom stay, where your granny stay. Nigga, we don't talk like that. We pronounce our R's different. Like, what are you talking about? That's the thing. That's why they don't want us focusing all the attention on them, because then we're going to start calling out the fuckery. There's a lot of fuckery going on. And I noticed even too with that medicine bitches, and I was like, it's always Black women on there acting a goddamn fool. I'm not saying it's not dominant society women on there. They acting fool too. The majority of the dominant society women are dope fiends and racist. But you got to understand that, man. We don't want to understand it. We just want to get up, go to our corporate plantation jobs, come home, eat, sleep shit, go to bed to do it all over again. We're not trying to have no other streams of revenue. And I noticed that you get these people on these platforms with foundational Black Americans immediately. Oh, I'm African. Oh, I'm Nigerian. Oh, I'm this. Then why don't you go back there? I don't see them filming no Real Housewives of Africa. They're no married to African medicine. Like, stop. I love my diaspora people, but man, y'all get it twisted sometimes. And you blur the lines for dominant society people, because then they start adding you in their talking points. Well, look at Obama, of course. He gonna say that he ain't gonna be for no foundational Black Americans because they ain't in it for him. That's why you see everybody that's appointed to some type of congressman or senator is all non-foundational Black Americans. And if they are foundational Black Americans, they're Sambos, coons, telling about the gun line, Hayward Shepherd, Stephen from Django motherfuckers. They are not there to establish a system of justice. And when she said that because they kept retweeting that clip over and over again. It was all on Twitter. I know David from No Comment. I know you saw it. I retweeted it a couple of times where it basically was like, oh, I'm Nigerian. No, she said, I don't got none. We either a doctor or lawyer. Well, good for you. Nigga, we ain't got to do all that. We built this country for free. What did your people build? And when they start naming off shit, say, well, why don't you go join them? Because you can never be better than us because you came here. We're already here. And then start breaking down the science. Because a lot of these Africans, they don't even know their own history. They just be running their mouth. Just like these Latinos. I see there was a Latino brother that called out that American Cholo dude and said, you got mad and you don't want us appropriating your culture, then tell all the Mexicans to stop saying nigga. So did. Everybody hates us because they're not us. You have no friends. You have no type of backup. They don't care. That's why you have to each one teach 21. Rely on yourself a lot of the times and get around like-minded people that are about their business. Don't be around people that know everybody's business but don't never want to talk about their business. They do. They got the same talking points. And I'm telling you right now, motherfucker call me talking about some Lakers trading all that. I'm not even gonna answer the phone no more. I'm just gonna be like, I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Lakers. I don't care about LeBron. I don't care about his kids. They're billionaires, and I gotta get them go to Corporate Plantation. If that's your entertainment, good for you. Shit, but don't be mad at the motherfuckers that don't care about that shit. You have to understand that. Because we don't want to believe in that. What we want to believe in is the Matrix. We want to believe in what we think is fair and just. And what we think is fair and just is them being our gods, and us being subservient to them and being their little pets. And as long as we get an infinity stone or think we're going to get one, we fine. Once you get niggas that start questioning the system, that's when there's a problem. We got to wake up. It's very important for that. If you don't wake up and you're asleep, you're not going to know what's going on. I was having a chat with this sister at the Corporate Plantation, and I just was like, you have to understand, man, people are very passive aggressive and they do things to ignite a fire in you negatively so you can come out the bag and you can lose your composure. I said, that's what they do. I've learned that just from being around it for so long. Just remember who you are and where you're supposed to be going. And to black folk, we got to get our business acumen up to par. Stop going to these major platforms because you want people to support your business. And then when people support your business, you can't keep up with the demand. We have to stop doing that. There are a couple of businesses that I've seen that happen to over the years. You go to these big platforms like Black Magic 363, or you go to Tariq Nasheed's platform, or you go to Zoe Williams' platform, and they're, willing and very ready to have you on their platform to promote you. But then once they promote you, now they have to be answering all these questions because your business acumen ain't up to par. I was having a conversation, I always have a conversation with my people about business acumen. That's why I'm slow and steadily pushing what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to jump out the window and do it, and then I'm up to my neck in CMOS, and now I can't keep up with the demand, and now motherfuckers is like, it don't taste that great. No, you take your time and grow. Crawl before you walk. Because we want that quick money real fast, but we don't want to work hard to maintain that money. And I get it. But we have to get that business acumen on deck. Have that business acumen so we can start supporting. And even if the business acumen ain't that great, be patient. I'm very patient with black business. I'm way more patient with black businesses than I am with any other business. Because I understand what it takes to maintain and keep the infrastructure going. But it's up to us to keep it going and push it forward. Don't lose sight of what your goals are, what it is, and don't get around other racial groups and bend to their will because you don't want to offend them. But you ain't got to be dogmatic about it either. Like, fuck y'all niggas. No, you don't have to do that. Just, hey, man, this is, this is what I read. This is kind of what I believe. This is how I look at it. You know what I mean? And that's it. Agree to disagree. And stop trying to explain what racism and white supremacy is. The majority of the people in this world, they know what it is. And the majority of the people in the United States of America Incorporated, they know what anti-black racism is. They know what racism and white supremacy is. They may not know who Dr. Joy DeGruy is and Dr. French Welsing, but they know what anti-black racism is and what racism and white supremacy is. They know it's an infrastructure, it's a system. Like I talked about, and my brother Dave from No Compromise, when he listened to this Twitter space, and this brother was like, I'm sad to hear this talk and people are like that. And I had to correct him and kind of say, hey, man, everybody wasn't raised like you. I said, some people ain't coming to the knowledge until a year ago. You expect them to change their whole life after a year of been told and been indoctrinated and socialized and socially engineered to go to school so you get you a good job? and then you meet somebody that's like, fuck school, fuck that, believe in yourself. You can't just expect people to jump out the window. If they do and they fail, you're going to be the main nigga talking shit. Like, see, I wouldn't have done that. Stop being so critical on other foundational black Americans until you understand what their struggle is. But that doesn't mean give them a pass on them being lazy. If you're lazy, just stay away from me. I'm tired. I don't want to be bothered. If you don't get up and go to work every day, or as my little sister said, if you ain't got no W-2 and you ain't got no hustle, I guess I'm through with you. I hate to be that way, man, but hey, you don't have time to be playing, hey, let me pull you along and all that stuff. And when you talk to people, listen to their conversation. That's one thing that I've learned. Listen to their conversation. Listen to what's on their mind and what they're talking about. If every time you talk to them, they want to talk about the Lakers and all this other shit, and if that's not what you into, just be like, bro, I'm not into it. But if they keep pushing the line, just say, look, man, I'm broke. I'm not into that, and I'm trying to do something different. And keep it moving. All right, man, I've been way over my time, man, but I really wanted to discuss this subject because I felt like the subject matter, motherfuckers keep be like, I'm African, I'm this, I'm that. You know what I mean? Distinguish their racial groups. Oh, I'm not Korean, I'm Vietnamese. Well, it doesn't matter. Do you belong here? Did your people build this country? No. Then there's a reason why you're here. But you want to come here and assimilate with the dominant society, and it's called Let's Pick on Nigga Day. And then when Donald Trump gets in office and he's like, fuck all you niggas, then it's like, we got to band together. No. That's why when Donald Trump wins again, and he will, a Republican will, because a lot of black folks feel stupid. I was talking to the homegirl the other day. I was like, okay, y'all AKAs, what happened to Kamala? She did the ski to get in there as a black sister. Then once she got in there, I'm East Indian and Jamaican. I ain't black. And she was the one that didn't prosecute that cop who killed Oscar Grant. Kamala Harris she's been a mammy. But we want to believe in it. They'll come around come voting time again. But hey, man, that's been my time. I'm out. I got shit to do. I got nothing but love for y'all, man. I'm out. Guilty, nigga. Peace.